SAP BusinessObjects Web Intelligence 4.1 provides a range of performance and functionality upgrades aimed at users of all types. Developers benefit from improvements to the RESTful Web Services SDK, supporting new workflows in query and document authoring, document lifecycle management, data provider management, and data source management. For more details, see the Web Intelligence RESTful Web Service SDK user guide, available at help.sap.com/BOWEBI41. In the CMC, administrators can customize the Web Intelligence interface for different user groups. Interface elements can be hidden on an element-by-element basis, or entire feature sets can be removed. These interface customizations work with all Web Intelligence clients. In reading mode, row or column headers can be frozen to ensure that they remain visible while scrolling. You can also specify a number of first rows or columns to freeze, so that they remain in place while you scroll through the other rows or columns. You can create and edit custom color palettes to manage chart colors. Custom palettes are stored within the document in which they're created. Series color commands are available in the right-click menu when formatting a chart. These commands enable you to ensure that the same colors are used consistently for the same objects in a series of charts. Report formatting options have improved, with new property panels, including border settings, specifically for headers and footers. In the formula editor, there's a values object in the list of operators, enabling you to select the desired object values from a list rather than typing them. There are settings to enable documents to automatically refresh when needed. This is useful to avoid having delegated measures return a number to refresh message when the required level of aggregation is not available in the query. The automatic refresh setting can be enabled or disabled by administrators in the CMC and set by the user in the Web Intelligence document settings. When a delegated measure is given against a dimension based on a formula, Web Intelligence now returns the expected calculation in most cases. Previously, a number unavailable message displayed. Note that formulas based on functions that modify the dimensional context still generate a number unavailable message when using delegated measures. You can now add an additional object to a merged object, or remove an object from a merged object using the right-click menu. You can also work with merged objects based on hierarchies. When you merge the same hierarchy from different queries, the merged object maintains the full hierarchy structure. When a hierarchy is merged with a flat dimension, the result is a hierarchy in which any members of the flat dimension that were not part of the original hierarchy are inserted at level 1. When two different hierarchies are merged, members with different parents in each source hierarchy are copied with each parent, so calculated results remain accurate with no duplication. An Edit Query button has been added to the Quick Access toolbar. When a document contains multiple queries, in the Query panel you can now select a specific query to run, rather than being required to run them all. The Web Intelligence Rich Client and Rich Internet interfaces now offer right-to-left reporting, enabling support for new international environments. Language support is added for Arabic and Slovene, including full interface support for Arabic. A number of enhancements have been made to better support SAP BW and ECC data. In BEX queries, variable selection now occurs before a query is loaded if there's at least one mandatory variable that does not have a predefined value. In the query panel, you can now perform member selection based on depth for BEX hierarchy node variables. You can also perform member selection based on levels for BEX hierarchy variables. When working with SAP ECC data, optional parameters with no default values are now supported as optional prompts. In OLAP UNX universes, the data connection can now be overloaded by a user or group data security profile. This enables different users or groups working with the same universe to connect to different databases depending on the data security settings applied in the Information Design tool. When working with data from SAP HANA, Web Intelligence now supports single sign-on through Security Assertion Markup Language, SAML. SAML must be configured on the SAP HANA database. Query stripping is supported for OLAP-based universes and relational universes including SAP HANA. Query stripping increases performance by enabling objects that are in the query but not included in the document to be ignored when you run the query. Note that removing objects from a relational query may change results, depending on the data source model and data quality. For this reason, in relational universes, the Allow Query Stripping option must be set in the Information Design tool when the universe is created, before you can use query stripping in Web Intelligence. The query stripping option must also be enabled at the document level and at the query level. You've now reviewed the new features in SAP BusinessObjects Web Intelligence 4.1. Thanks for watching.